Hello everyone, my name is William. You can call me Tiny because clearly I'm not, and welcome to my bushcraft channel, Ingenious Outdoors. You'll notice I'm not like out in the wilderness, we're in my backyard, and there's a reason for that. I'm in the middle of Texas and there's not a lot of bushcraft areas. There are a couple of wildlife preserves and small ponds that people like to fish at, but for the most part I can't just go into a wildlife preserve and start tearing stuff up and making things. So the majority of my videos will be right here in my backyard, which is fine. You know, my home's right there and you're welcome to be here with me in my home. Okay, so the premise behind my channel, the name Ingenious Outdoors, I came up with that because my favorite part of bushcraft is the creative side of bushcraft. I like that necessity is the mother of all invention. So for me, the creative side of bushcraft is probably my favorite part. I've been a bushcrafter, not a YouTuber, but I mean I've had my YouTube channel for a long time, but I've been a bushcrafter for close to 15 years. There's been quite a few times that I've asked YouTubers, like I'll come up with an idea and I'll ask a YouTuber if they can make it into a video or if they can test the idea. And I get it, you know, everyone's busy, they've got their own stuff going on, they can't really get around to it, but usually they'll be like, hey, you know, if you want to see it's done, do it yourself. So I've been compiling a list of ideas that I haven't seen done anywhere else on YouTube for several years now. So the purpose behind this channel is to explore those ideas and bring them to the general public and allow you guys to explore the creative side of bushcraft with me. So some of my favorite YouTubers, sorry, I've got a list here, this is my first video. Some of my favorite YouTubers, Primtech or Primitive Tech, he recently just made a comeback like just a few days ago, and he's been gone for like 2 years, which is incredible. He makes really good videos. Chad Zuber over at Primal Tendencies, I'm always bugging that guy with my ideas, and he's like, you know, oh, I don't have the resources, or I'll try it. So Chad, if you're seeing this, I apologize. I know I give you a lot of crap and I bug you off a lot of times about like trying out the cactus pad stuff, but I'll be making a video testing that on my own, so you don't have to worry about that. I like TA Outdoors, he's really good. Zachary Fowler and Greg Ovens, love those guys. I love their channels. I love watching their like little adventure videos. It's good stuff. There's an old YouTube channel I used to love to watch, and I still go back and watch their videos from time to time. They're called Nakedintothebush. They're still active on Facebook, but they don't do bushcraft stuff anymore. But all their videos are still on YouTube, so you can go back and watch those. It's really good stuff. My two, they don't have a lot of variety, but okay, I take that back. One of them has a lot of variety, and the other one is pretty specific, but they're both fire-making YouTube channels. Boggy Creek Beast and David West are like my two favorite go-to fire-making channels. David West specifically, he uploads a lot. He's got a lot of really good videos. Boggy Creek Beast kind of focuses more on specifically the fire roll. He does some like hand drill videos and stuff like that, but he's the pioneer for the Rudiger roll / fire roll on YouTube, so definitely go check out his videos. Several others, there's so many. I can't remember the name of it, but it's another guy over in England, and all of his videos are archived. I believe he does like overlander videos and stuff now with his truck, like he does truck videos and stuff like that. Still, it's like bushcraft adjacent, but yeah, definitely go check out his archive videos. I can't remember his name. I want to say it's like it's not XQC, but I can't remember. I'll link it down in the comments. So the other reason I wanted to make these videos is because I've noticed there's been a trend lately with bushcraft videos to move away from the creative side of bushcraft. There's a lot of videos where people, or there's a lot of YouTube channels, I should say, and I'm not calling anybody out, I love all of them, but there's a tendency and a trend I've noticed, sorry about the wind, for people to move and settle into shelter building and cooking over the fire, and maybe a little bit of axe work and knife work. There's not a lot of like the old basics, I guess you could say, like making cordage, that type of stuff, you know, like the basics. And I get it, that, you know, they've already made those videos, their channel has evolved and they've moved beyond that, but I feel like you can stay in the area of the basics and still cover a lot of really ingenious stuff, a lot of really out of the box thinking type stuff that would help you with other bushcraft things. So they said make my own videos, so here I am. I'm here making these videos not just for me, but also for you. And I also want to be the YouTuber that if you have an idea that you want to see get made, you can come to me and be like, hey, I have an idea, I had this really cool, you know, thought maybe you could try this, I've never seen this done before, maybe you could try that. So feel free in the comments to get a hold of me or whatever and be like, hey, do you think we could turn this into a video, and I'll see if I can get it made for you. Granted, I don't have a large budget. I'm kind of confined to my backyard as far as like traveling and bushcraft stuff goes, but we'll try to make it happen. Okay, so a couple of examples for the types of videos that I want to make. I noticed, for example, that there wasn't a lot of, like, okay, so a lot of cultures have clay pottery, and they do, I think as far as like weapons go, the closest thing I've ever seen to clay weaponry was like sling ammo. And I was like, you know, that's really interesting. You never hear anything about clay arrowheads. Now I know that sounds stupid, but fired clay or ceramics are very, very tough, or they can be very, very tough. They're extremely sharp. I'm sure anyone who's ever broken a mug or like broken a toilet or something and had to deal with shards of ceramic, it's very sharp. And like I said, it's tough. So I was like, I wonder if there's a possibility of making clay arrowheads. And I went back and looked, and there's no culture at all that has ever used clay arrowheads. Now, I'm sure they thought of it, and I'm sure what it chalked up to be was they tested it. It was not all that good, but I'm curious. So we're going to be making some clay arrowheads and firing them into ceramic points, and seeing what we can do with it, seeing how brittle they are, how sharp we can get them. Can you nap them? I'm not very good at napping, but we'll see what we can do. I'll probably end up like grinding them to sharpen them. That's just one example. Another example is I have this idea for a removable and portable tripod holder. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, normally when you make a tripod, you either have to bring your own cordage or go find something to make rope, and you have to lash the three and do like all this stuff. And I was like, well, what if you could just make like a ring? So you would braid the whatever, rope, cordage, a withy, and a withy, I'm sure you know, is just like you take a branch and you twist the fibers to make the whole branch flexible, and then you like weave it through itself to make a ring. Then all you have to do is slip the ring over your three poles, stand it up, and it will lock them together. And then if you need to break down camp really quick, you just stand your poles up, lay them down, and slip the ring off, and you can carry it with you. If you decide that you want to bring the poles with you, cool. If not, you have a ring that you can hopefully find the right sized poles for at another campsite, or because it's not tied, or it's not tied, you can literally just unweave it and make it bigger or smaller if you want to, and then so it's adjustable. It takes a little more time in the weaving, but once you have it woven, it's transportable, and you can go from campsite to campsite and just whoop, pop your poles up, take your poles down, whatever you want to do. So that's just a couple of my ideas. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. I want to thank everybody who's viewed this video. I appreciate you coming through and seeing what I've got to say. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We got some great videos coming up. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, comment, subscribe if you feel like it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.